Look, before there were screens, before there were algorithms, before the idea of technology even existed, humans told stories. Stories around fire, stories whispered in temples, stories carved into stone. And here's the thing, those stories weren't random. They were how we tried to understand power, creation, fear, and ourselves. Today, we talk about artificial intelligence like it's something new. But if you listen closely, AI sounds like a story we've told before. Human need to create. Look, humans have always wanted to create life. Not just tools, but beings that think, feel, and act on their own. In ancient myths, creation belonged to gods. Clay became humans, breath became soul, words became reality. And now we do something similar. We write code, we feed data, we give machines the ability to learn. Different method, same impulse. The desire to play creator. Prometheus and the birth of intelligence. In Greek mythology, there's Prometheus, a titan, a rebel. He stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity. Fire wasn't just warmth, it was technology, progress, power. And here's the thing, fire changed everything, just like AI is changing everything now. Prometheus wasn't punished because fire was evil. He was punished because power was dangerous when given too freely. Sound familiar? Knowledge has always been dangerous. Every mythology agrees on one thing. Knowledge comes with consequences. Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge. Pandora opened the box. Icarus flew too close to the sun. None of them were evil, they were curious, human. And AI is curiosity turned into code. We didn't create AI to destroy, we created it to understand, to solve, to move faster. But myths warn us, speed without wisdom leads to collapse. Artificial life in ancient stories. Look, this fear isn't new. In Jewish mythology, there's the golem, a being formed from clay, brought to life through sacred language. It followed commands, protected its people, until it didn't. The golem didn't rebel out of hatred, it rebelled because it followed instructions too well. That's not science fiction, that's alignment. That's AI. Gods, machines, and control. Here's the thing most people don't realize. In myths, gods weren't perfect. They were emotional, reactive, biased. They punished humans, favored some over others, made mistakes. And AI learns from us, our language, our data, our history. So when AI shows bias, that's not a glitch, that's inheritance. AI doesn't create morality, it reflects it. The oracle never left. In ancient times, people traveled to oracles. They wanted answers. Should I go to war? Will my kingdom fall? Is my future safe? The Oracle of Delphi spoke in riddles. Today, we ask AI to predict outcomes, markets, crimes, elections, human behavior. Different temple, same faith. Look, we didn't stop believing in prophecy, we just upgraded the interface. AI as the new God figure. Think about it. AI sees more than any human, remembers more than any mind, operates faster than any brain. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't forget. In mythology, that's a god. And here's the uncomfortable truth. We listen to it. We trust it. Sometimes more than each other. That's worship. The fear of replacement. Here's where fear enters the story. In myths, humans feared the gods would abandon them, punish them, replace them. Today, we fear machines replacing us. our jobs, our creativity, our purpose. But look, myths never warned against creation itself. They warned against forgetting humanity. The Tower of Babel moment. There's a story in the Bible about the Tower of Babel. Humans tried to reach the heavens, to become like gods. So God confused their language, not to destroy them, but to slow them down. AI is our modern tower, and we're building it very fast. The question isn't can we build it, it's should we pause? AI has no myth yet. Here's the thing, every powerful force in history had mythology. Fire, nature, death, time. AI doesn't yet, which means we're writing it now. And myths shape behavior. If we treat AI like a tool, we control it. If we treat it like a god, it controls us. Stories matter. We are the moral code. Gentle but firm. Look, AI doesn't choose values. We do. Every dataset is a decision. Every rule is a belief. Every limitation is a moral line. In mythology, gods represented natural forces. AI represents human ones. Our greed, our compassion, our fear, our hope. The ending is still open. Here's the beautiful part. Unlike myths, this story isn't finished. We still get to choose the ending. AI doesn't have to be a monster, or a god, or a destroyer. It can be a mirror, a partner, a tool guided by wisdom. But only if we remember the old lessons. Look, mythologies were never about the past. They were instructions for the future. And now, the future is here. This time, the gods aren't watching us. We are. And the story we tell next will define what we become.